The evil twin theory of Shanks has gained a lot of traction recently. Some believe that the real beginning of this theory was when Shanks met with the Five Elders, but the old school One Piece fans know that this theory actually started during the Marineford arc. At that time, fans were wondering how Shanks was able to confront Kaido and stop him, only to appear at Marineford shortly after. If Shanks is indeed a character with good intentions, and there's plenty of evidence supporting this throughout the story, such as giving his hat to Luffy, being happy for him with every achievement, saving him at Marineford, his involvement at the ending of Wano arc to protect Luffy, his peaceful advice to Whitebeard to avoid the chaos Blackbeard would cause, and his intervention to stop the war at Marineford. And finally, we learned that he protects the weak in the New World. All these are undeniable signs that Shanks is a good character. Oda is not the type of writer who would make his characters this contradictory. Shanks has been a pure character since the beginning of the story. Even those who accuse him of evil actions, like destroying Bartolomeo's ship, that's not really an evil act. Bartolomeo violated Shanks' territory and tore down his flag, which tarnishes Shanks' reputation. Shanks' flag protects the weak from pirates or attacks that threaten them. Moreover, Bartolomeo is not a good person. Everyone knows his previous actions. Also, his crushing of Kid and Elbaf is understandable. Kid has been known since his introduction for his high bounty due to his actions against civilians. Plus, Kid was the one who initiated the attack, and it would have been devastating if not for Shanks' intervention. So, I think Oda will keep Shanks' character this way because he likes him this way. In the One Piece manga, it's obvious that Shanks is one of Oda's favorite characters, often granting him respectable moments. Now, let's talk about the next character, who is the complete opposite of Shanks, Blackbeard. He is purely evil and opportunistic, and there's no debate about his malevolent nature and the terrible things he's done. He's the ultimate traitor. Some people argue that Blackbeard is just a regular pirate who's achieving his goals, but betraying someone who was like a father to you makes you despicable. However, that's not the most dangerous thing about Blackbeard, which is why Shanks is always cautious and considers him his primary enemy. The real danger lies in Blackbeard's relentless pursuit of his goals. Whatever Blackbeard sets his sights on, he will achieve it, no matter the cost. Shanks himself warned Whitebeard about this before. Now we move on to the main topic of the evil twin theory. The basis of this theory is Shanks' seemingly suspicious behavior, like meeting with the Five Elders. This action is indeed suspicious. Some explain it by suggesting that Shanks belongs to a royal family, but this is a shallow explanation. Shanks was raised among pirates since he was a child, and still, this is not an excuse. Sabo, for example, came from a noble family, but chose a completely different path. So, Shanks' actions could be seen as either pragmatic for the sake of peace, or because he has an evil twin. The twin doesn't necessarily have to be purely evil, and this would be important for Oda to keep fooling fans into thinking the real Shanks is doing these things. The twin could be chaotic and morally ambiguous, sometimes appearing to have good intentions, and other times doing things like revealing that the Nika fruit is with Luffy. Luffy might be the pirate that was talked about. Purely evil characters are abundant in One Piece, from the first one, Morgan, to Arlong, to Doflamingo, and Kaido. This twin of Shanks could be a gray character, standing in the middle between the good Shanks and the bad Blackbeard. It's natural for Shanks to have a twin brother, and it wouldn't be surprising if Oda chose this scenario. It's a better scenario than those that depict Shanks as a villain manipulating Luffy. All these things contradict the Shanks we know. As usual, when Oda becomes aware of such theories, he adds some mystery to the story, like what he's been doing recently with Shanks by showing him to the readers with mysterious smiles and looks. The Shanks we know loves Luffy, and is happy whenever he sees an achievement of Luffy in the newspapers. Sometimes, Oda even shows him regaining his smile after reading something about Luffy. His enemy is Blackbeard, whom he hates, and he always tries to take countermeasures against him and prevent him from achieving his will. On the other hand, the second Shanks is the opposite. Fans speculate that he talked to the Five Elders about Luffy. They also imagine that he is using Luffy for his own goals. Oda has used this by showing some ambiguous smiles and reactions from Shanks, leaving fans confused between the evil twin theory and the other theory that Shanks is using Luffy to achieve his goals. But there's still an important point to discuss. the role of Shanks's crew. If Shanks truly has a twin, how could his crew not know or show any signs of suspicion? And if they do know, what is their reaction? Are they against this twin? Or are they simply unaware of his existence? As we know, Shanks's crew respects him a lot. They call him boss. They are the most balanced crew in the world because of their good relationship and its great strength as an individual crew. So that's the Shanks Evil Twin theory in a nutshell. There's less than a 50% chance that Shanks has a twin with a gray background, not necessarily evil. Otherwise, it's more likely that Shanks is acting this way to maintain world balance. Maybe it's just Shanks being pragmatic, to preserve lives and prevent a major war with massive sacrifices. His meeting with the Five Elders might be for this purpose. As for the identity of the pirate, it could be Blackbeard, as he previously mentioned to Whitebeard. But the strange thing is, why he went to the Gorosei as if they were allies. And the strangest thing is, how the Five Elders knew that Luffy would awaken his fruit. Was it because of Shanks, who knows about this fruit, or because of Zunesha? Many questions need answers. Please subscribe to our channel. There are many viewers, but unfortunately, subscriptions are low. We want to develop the channel and make better videos in the future, which can only happen with your support. Thank you.